overwhelm them, put a lot of pressure on them right away.
I want to remind you, don't look at the school you're wrestling. You better be looking at the man that you're wrestling. Because that guy wants the same thing you do, and that's to win.
And so let's put ourselves in a great position so that we see ourselves a lot at Auggie Awards. The details matter. The details have resulted in the difference between winning and losing. Okay, and we've done a great job executing the details, okay, executing a very simple game plan, which has allowed us to be successful.
Hey, tonight, let's see this passion. Let's see the passion from everybody for 40 minutes.
I love how intense it is. I like when you get in the middle of a game, that's all you think about. You don't think about school or homework or family.
I think our mindset pretty much when you get on there is everything else in the world kind of goes away for a little bit.
I love hard workouts.
Mentally, it helps coming to practice if you're like, oh man, I just don't want to run today, I'm not feeling it. Having all of your teammates there, even if you all don't want to run that day, you're doing it together.
Putting every bit of yourself out there on the field.
We were the hardest working team that I've ever played on.
I like the challenge. I like being at my limits and knowing my limits and knowing how to go further than my limits. And I think every year I get further and further and further.
Just showing to everyone all the hours you put into the weight room, all the hours you put into practice.
You have to come to terms with the suffering and you have to come to terms with the challenge, and once you do that, then you can do anything.
Once you're at practice, you have to give it your everything, because your coaches, your teammates, they still have really high expectations of you. It's not like some people think and they're like D3 school, you don't have to do as much, but we're doing the same things. It's just that our schoolwork comes before.
Got some really good jokes. I think our team can say that.
Gosh, he thinks they're so much funnier than they are.
You just look at the team picture and you're like, yeah, that dude's the character.
That's
right
the guy.
Here, we gotta. The hands that gotta do this, and and this and that and such, and per year we gotta get over to this spot. And
I hate odd numbers. When he puts odd numbers on the set, I'm like, can you not? Could you make it one more or one less? Come on.
You can't imitate Holger because it's physically impossible. Because you get on some tangent and you just keep talking until you just run out of breath and you just keep going and you make your point. It's like, yeah, bro, I was in after the second word, I exercise.
Saying, hey, how are ya?
Hi, how are ya?
Singing Taylor Swift when we're bumping that going into tournaments. He's just a goofy guy.
That's what I do.
swimming and diving, and I was like, I thought it was swimming and diving.
I said swim and dive. Hard course, like my act this year, it was like running on a wet sponge. It was just like.
Take 11.
Jessica Carwin.
Kelsey Nomuller.
Chelsea Peterson. We are Augsburg Swimming and Diving.
Track meets, I always bring a box of white cheddar Cheez-Its. Cross country meets are different.
I hope we got that on video. I hope that's at the Auggie Awards.
We have to have grit, like we're the tougher team, we're mentally tough, and then like he'll go off on this tangent and just like start saying words, and he's just like, one time he was like, we're peaceful, humble warriors on a never-ending ascension, and we're all like, okay. Can I start over?
We are Auggie Pride.
Sorry.
Usually, the last thought I have is, wow, I really have to go to the bathroom. Even though I've gone to the bathroom like 27 times in that hour.
I don't want to have to deal with the wedgie in the middle of a throw because my shorts rode up on a turn or one.
Well, you should be sweating by the end of practice.
Yeah, and your ponytail should not look nice anymore. It should be all gross and nasty.
Ambition.
Golf.
Golf.
Soccer. No, softball.
Oh.
What am I talking about? Not like that golf.
Take 13.
Jessica Carwin.
Kelsey Nomuller.
Chelsea Peterson. We are Augsburg Swimming and Diving.
Everybody give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!